Episode 51 AC. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, ladies, gentlemen, non-binary folk, Marto, Tone. I don't know where you fit into that, but it is an absolute treat to see you, Tone. Geez, be careful the way you get that camera because we're getting an
Oh,
angle we've never seen before. How are we
Jesus.
going?
That's yeah. I'll be, don't have to worry about excess baggage going home. They'll just put me on and say, "No, mate, you can't get on the plane."
No. Have you felt the world rumble in Queensland since Tone's been in the state?
We did feel the plane touch down. Tone has arrived.
Now, have you been well?
Yeah, mate. Yeah, good. Yep, everything's organised with my daughter. Unfortunately, going home on the wrong day, aren't I? It's the cup, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's Cup Day, yes. You're flying out on Cup Day.
unfortunately,
What time are you
but
flying?
gotta go back to work. Sort of midday, I think.
Midday. You should have made it
Yeah,
mid-afternoon because you could have cashed in, and you're allowed to carry like up to $10,000 cash on you as long as you declare it. So could have cashed in, taken the cash, and turned it back into again when you got there.
Yeah, I went for
That's
the
right.
other option. I went for the Sorley stash. So I loaded up on the very important Turkish delights and the essentials.
Now,
Hey?
Have you checked out the new casino while you're there?
Marto?
Yes,
Oh.
mate. I did. Yes, I did. I had a look. Yeah, very
did?
nice. It was packed.
Cool, rigid
Oh,
edge,
my
brand
God.
new, sparkly.
Yeah, I thought because I couldn't see you there. I was looking around, but you weren't there.
I'm just up the road.
Up the road, yeah.
3,000 kilometres. Now, Marto, something magical happened yesterday on the page, and what I want you to share
Oh,
is that you needed to go one better than myself because the fandom put a tip, or you put a
well,
tip, I put a tip.
we all know who the fandom is, though.
But yeah, but
Right.
we do, but it's irrelevant. It's irrelevant who we know the phantom is, but you had to outdo him, and you did, which was a bonus.
Well, it was a bonus, and it was originally tipped as an each way, but after scratchings, it came in as a get on. So I just had to share it to the page, and fortunately, everything went right and ran away from the field, as did the other tip, as did your tip, as did the Phantom's tip, and we just cashed in. Those that got on the post, I saw a couple of tickets there. They've multied up and got 3 of them at about 45 to 1. That was brilliant. And a few others got on single tickets, and that was great to see.
We've done this a couple of times of recent, and I was talking to a mate of mine at work who follows the page, and like realistically,
He still follows.
Yeah, he still does. Yeah, now, yeah, well, he's still working as well,
Yeah.
and that's why he follows. But basically, I think after deductions and stuff, depending on what price you got, it was anything between I think 36 to 1 and 45, right?
Yeah.
But if you put $10 on and you got the lower odds at 36, in reality, we've got you covered for another 36 weeks.
You've turned 10 into 360. No one can complain about that. I mean,
but I mean, even if we don't hit again in 35 weeks.
Well, let's not take 35 weeks off, though.
No, we haven't because we've hit.
I do see what you're saying.
But we have hit 3 from 3, I think, probably in the last month, maybe it might be.
Yeah.
So it's pretty good. And Tone,
since Tone stopped tipping on Wednesdays, wasn't it?
Yes, but anyway, but Tone he's hit some good form on a Saturday. How's that?
Yes. Wow, he's 2 from 3. I jumped the gun. I forgot about Grid Girl. I said he was 3 from 3 last Saturday, but it's actually 2 from 3 because Grid Girl got a shock and ride. But 2 from 3, Tone. You're back in the circle again, mate.
Well, it's a dartboard. So
no. Hang on, 2 from, isn't it? I'm 3 from 4.
Oh, now I'm taking one off you, am I? I don't know.
Yeah.
You hit form though.
Yep. Yeah. I've sort of come back on a Saturday, haven't I? Yeah.
How we going? Is it a bit like this, Tone?
Yeah.
Have you done it? I want to know.
It's
What
my
number did
jockey
it land
system.
on? 15. We're
jockey
tipping 15 out this week. Throw a dart. I've hit number 1. We're tipping the toppy this week.
Have you got yourselves all ready to go this week? Because
We are ready to go.
Yes, yep.
Hey, Taz.
Yes.
Sorry about last week, mate.
What?
You're up for 3 quarters and lost the last. Cheer, cheer, the red and the
No.
white.
I'll give you the insight right now.
Oh, here we go, Tone. Listen up.
And if you can get a bet on it, take it. Carlton will win 4 out of its next 5 games.
Really?
Yeah.
You said it wouldn't win 1 out of the first 5.
Yeah, I did, and we did. We won 1 out of our first 5.
Yeah, but you said you wouldn't win 1 of the first 5.
No, I said we would.
I'll give you another insight. Cast your mind back 2 years, 2023. Now, this has a sad ending. 2023, Sydney was 3-6 after 9 rounds,
Yes.
decimated with injury. We went on a winning run. We've gone into the finals, finished 8th, and then lost to Carlton in the first elimination final by a goal.
Yeah.
So hope is not over. You're 3-6, 9 rounds in. There's still 17 rounds to go.
We're 4.
No, I'm talking about Sydney now. We forget about Carlton.
Oh, sorry.
So we're 3-6. Hope is not lost. There's still 17 rounds to go, I believe. And if you win another 10 of those, then it comes down to percentage. You win 11, you're going to finish somewhere between 5th and 7th. So yeah, hope is not lost. You don't need to win every game, but you need to win the majority, of course. And we've got players to come back, big players. Taylor Adams, Callum Mills, Tom Papley, Robbie Fox. They're all going to come back in the side yet. I don't know where they're going to fit.
They won't. Taylor
They're
Adams.
all Australian in there.
Taylor Adams is done. Mills, who's your captain, I think he's going to struggle. He has been struggling, even in the twos. But anyway, let's not talk football. Let's get straight into it because
Let's do it.
Tone switched off there. He nearly had a little bit of a nanny nap. I could just see him. He was thinking,
No.
No, you did. I could see you, Tone. You were thinking, Marto's talking Sydney Swans, and that's enough to put you to sleep.
I tell you what. If the Sydney Swans are in the grand final this year, I won't be watching the game. That's all
I
I'm
don't think
going
we'll
to
make
say.
the grand final.
No,
I'm just hopeful we'll make the 8. That's all. I don't see us getting to the grand final. But anyway, we're moving on, aren't we?
Yeah, we are. So let's go.
Yep.
Now let's start with our Kickstarters. And who's going first? Should I go
I'm
first?
first up at Randwick.
Are you?
Where are you going,
Are you
Taz?
before Caulfield? Oh, not Caulfield. Where is it? Flemington? Where are they?
Sandown.
Sandown? I don't know. You was one of them. I was up.
Mine kicks off at 11 a.m. Let's go first. I've been waiting for this girl to come back to the track. I've tipped her out as a Kickstarter, I think, a week ago. Sequista.
Yes.
She got scratched for a horror draw.
Right.
I was going to tip her out on Wednesday at Warwick Farm. She got scratched for a horror draw.
Yes.
She's drawn slightly better in 10. It looks like that the Ryan Alexio stable's going to let her run this time because there's no speed drawn inside. The speed is drawn outside, which actually gives her a good position to hold that speed out and find a position just behind them when they do finally get in front. She's going to love the wet, being by D'Argento. She ran out of condition in the Percy Sykes to run behind Tempted, who placed in the Golden Slipper. That is great form here. She's going to love the wet track. The 1200, I've been dying to see her get her back to the track. They've been scratching for the draws. They're going to accept this one, I believe. And I think she's a big, big chance at $3.80 to beat one I tipped last week, Argerwood, or 2 weeks, sorry. Argerwood. I don't know how Argerwood is going to handle the heavy 10. So I'm taking Sequista. Absolutely, mate. It's been pissing down all day today. It's going to rain again tomorrow. It's not going to stop again until tomorrow evening. And Randwick is not a track that dries out quick. The rail is not going to be the place to be.
Yep.
But you're going to need to be 3 or 4 lanes off the rail, coming home down the middle. I believe the rail's out 10 metres, so it's going to be advantageous to be forward as well.
It's not a bad thing if she's drawn a 10. So currently in the 380,
Yeah.
you're right, the 440.
And we got Braithnock claiming 2 on, and he's riding a house down at the moment in Sydney. Braithnock, how good is he? It's a new Zach.
I've noticed he's been riding really well.
in the absence of the big guns. But
in the provincials normally, but that's a good way to start. It is one that we have been waiting for, so hopefully
absolutely,
it
anticipation.
it doesn't get scratched and runs a big one. I'm going to go next, Tone, because we know where you've gone into race 7 for your Kickstarter. I'd love to see you do it one day. Anyway, I'm going into
in
Sandy
Perth.
race 1, and I can't remember her number 7, I think she is. And because my preparation tonight was terrible, race 1, number 7, Miss Olay. Now this horse cost 350 odd thousand, trained by Clint McDonald. It went down to the Warrnambool Carnival, back a stack. So it was 20s into about $3, and it missed the jump all over Red Rover, flew home. I think it finished a close 5th, nosed out of 4th. The only thing I will say is this horse has shown a lot of potential, but my fear is that it does get the stallion chain on. And normally when they put a stallion chain on, it does mean that this horse can be a little bit of a rogue at the barriers, or it can be a rogue. But the beauty of it is the good ones always do have some idiosyncrasies. Now, if this thing can jump, Ben Mellon does stay on board. He was prepared to go to one ride only to ride this, and now McDonald's brought it into town. Ben Mellon on it. I think we do get a bit of race experience. We get the jump. We're not going to be 5 lengths last, and I think we just win.
Well, let's hope Benny Mellon actually rides her out this time. He's nutted me on 2 best bets for 2 weeks in a row, changing colours, and then did it again last week as well. He goes past the leader, thinks he's got the race won, and relaxes over the last 25 and loses the race on the line. But look, Miss Olay and Saluted, I found it very hard to split in this race, and I think those two are going to be the Quinella. I do like Miss Olay, should she catch a start. If Ben Mellon rides her out,
he'll ride her out.
I think if he does that again, I don't know too many trainers are going to want him in the saddle.
Well, Saluted was one of my last Kickstarters that won. And
yes, that's right. Yep.
So we should get
it. What do you got? You got 3 kilo. You got a 3.5 kilo weight swing too on Saluted, which is going to help Miss LA. Like I said, she just needs to jump and she wins.
I agree.
He's only got 1 ride for the day.
No.
That was.
No, he went to Warrnambool to ride it, and it was his only 1 ride when he went down to Warrnambool.
Right. Okay. Yep.
Tone, where are you off to?
Tone, what race? Tell us about it.
Oh, I'm going to go to race 3 for a change. Sandown, race 3, number 5, Grisinger's Son. It's about 13 seconds.
Tell us why.
Sorry?
Tell us why.
Sorry.
For a Kickstarter, $13. Gee whiz, that's...
Marto will have to give the information because the daughter's got a computer. I don't have my computer here, and I haven't got any notes for it.
Well, Marto, have you had a
look? Yeah, I don't know. I think it's an open race. You picked again there, Tone. Grinzinger's Son, I guess, there's a chance with Harry Coffey on. Didn't go so well at Moonee Valley because the track was soft and just, heavy, and then outclassed on a soft track at Moonee Valley. Gets back on a dry deck, hopefully, if that rain doesn't come to Melbourne. Yeah, look, it's one that likes to go forward too, so it's got a really high place straight. There's another one. I don't know. I like again in this race, Tone.
I did look down there, but yeah,
you got great value.
Sort of race it could get up and win. This is the thing.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. It's really open. You got the favourite at $4, and really anything can win at double figures.
Grinzinger's Son's coming to 11.
Tone backed it.
I do like that you did the mention of because it's also trained by Clint McDonald. And whilst Benny Mellon gets the first one up, Miss Olay, Tone, no disrespect, but if your horse doesn't win and does, then it's Jamie Mellon on Clint McDonald in race 3. So
Oh, the bliss.
Could be.
The other
Could
one I watched there
be
too. I think.
bets.
I don't mind Sophia, the number 12 in that race too. I mean, we're just saying how open this race is, so we've just listed three live chances in there. One's at $4, one's at $8, one's at $11. Take your pick. But Tone, you're informed. Like you said, you're 3 from 4.
Absolutely.
And this will be another one. You're not tipping favourites either, mate. So you're tipping them at nice odds.
No, nothing wrong. Nothing wrong with that. Now, just out of curiosity, gentlemen.
Hello.
Ange Postecoglou.
Oh, yes.
Just keep it brief because we don't want to run out like we did last time. We're going to get through our bets. But Ange Postecoglou, history overnight. My eyes are hanging out of my head because I was up early at a mate's coffee shop. Bit of an omen bet too, I'll tell you that, because the coffee shop's called Jack the Lad. There's a horse running over in Adelaide called Jack the Lad as well. So it's a bit of an omen. It's about $15. Just throwing that in there. But what do we think? Does Daniel Levy keep him, or does Postecoglou walk? What do? You're the owner of Tottenham Hotspur.
I don't think he's going to walk. He has said himself that he's in trouble one way or the other. I don't know that the club wants him, but I mean, you look at his history. He's won cups everywhere from under 20s in the Australian State League to now winning a European trophy for a club that hasn't been performing in the EPL. I mean,
does he stay?
How do you get?
You own the club.
I personally, I'd keep him. I like him, and we're biased as Aussies too. So, but I like him, and players tend to respond to him.
You keep him or take him?
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Keep him.
There you go. We're all saying keep him. What do you reckon, Ted?
I'm in a similar boat. I think you reward him, you get him a contract, he starts next year, and I think 6 weeks in, you can get rid of him then and still try to salvage the season, or he sees out the season because he started something. I listened to a couple of post-game interviews and stuff, and I don't mind Ange. I think he shoved it up a bit.
It's kind of a similar story to Luke Beveridge at the Bulldogs here in the AFL. I mean, he was on the out early this year. Now they're looking at extending his contract another 2 years, possibly 3, if he gets them to the finals again.
The one thing I loved is when any Manchester team loses, whether it's positive. But let's not talk about that because I want, and so does the PALTI army, they want. We're going to go in no particular order other than we're going to put Tone under the spotlight because he's on fire. Tone, give us your titanium tip, please.
Well, I looked long and hard this week, long and hard again, and went through me jockey horse formula, and I came up with Ramwick Race 7. Forgot the number. Bear on the Loose.
Oh,
it's about $8.50 the win, $2.80 the place. Now it's back to Saturday racing.
Yes.
It's got that. I think it's the Greek Freak, isn't it?
I think yes.
He's your favourites. You do like him.
Yep.
I don't think he is Greek, but
no, he's not. But we'll call him Greek.
Adam Hieronymus.
Everyone wants to be a Greek. You want to be a Greek.
Yeah, look. And carry on, Dave. Sorry.
He's had 5 starts for 4 wins on the soft, and he's had 1 start for 1 win, I think, on a heavy 8, I think it was. Drops half a kilo from its last start. I think it's rated as a heavy 8, but like you said, it could be a lot more.
I think it'd be more.
And his overall has had 15 starts for 9 wins, 2 seconds and 2 thirds. And I just, this has been supported before, I think, this horse. And it's always just been thereabouts in its last few starts. But
I'm going to interrupt you.
It's got that 2,000 metre run.
Let's be honest, Tone. This is an omen tip, isn't it? Because your stay in Australia, you have been like a bear on the loose. Haven't you? Yeah?
Oh yeah. Me bank says that.
Has the country sent you broke yet?
Eh?
The country sent you broke, hasn't it, this holiday here?
Oh, just
cheap. Good country, Australia, isn't it? How much for a
You
bit?
know,
Great country.
I'm just not like 90% of Australians on 150, a
Oh, we
year.
wish. We wish. But listen, back to the racing. I'm going to sprinkle a little poison here, Tone, because I like one in that race too at very, very big odds. Glory Days, another one that's capable of swimming. Drawn out in 9, which is going to be advantageous, as we've already explained earlier, on that heavy track. Bear on the Loose has drawn the car park, so it's going to take a lot of energy. He likes to go forward. We're going to take a lot of energy to get there. We've got, I'm just going through now. There's Timmy Clark on a, no, Timmy Clark's up in Queensland. There's another Waterhouse spot horse there, going to go forward, but they're always fit. But
I've got one for you as
yeah,
well.
Glory Days. Glory Days, I just think gets a better run here. To be honest, I don't want to take a winner in this race, even though Glory Days is $34. You get on for $1 and win. I'm going to put Glory Days into Bear on the Loose to finish top 5, and you're going to get about 8-1 in a same race multi.
Oh, it's a good bet.
Well, there's nothing wrong with that.
The two horses that are capable of swimming, they both love the trip. Bear on the Loose has got the 2,000-metre run under his belt. Glory Days gets back up to 2,000 metres. And like I said, they love the wet. Bear on the Loose loves to go forward. He's going to be hard to run down late. Glory Days is going to be there right behind him. So I like the two of them. Top 5 of about 8-1. Same race multi.
Gentlemen, because if we're putting poison all over Tone, so that, I mean, Tone, poison.
Let's face it, we're sitting all over him, aren't we?
I think Zaffon is the poison.
Oh, yeah. Take the favourite.
Yeah, I have, and not for any particular reason other than it's had 6 starts on rain affected for 3 wins, 3 placings.
Yeah. Okay.
No more. We don't want to talk about it because we don't want to poison Tone.
Well, we've got the trifecta now, then, haven't we?
There's the trifecta.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, at least the 3 of the top 4.
Tell us about your meat and 2 veggies, and I'm not talking about the spud and snags. I'm talking about
that's what they all want to see, isn't it? We're going to Sandown, believe it or not. I'm leaving Randwick alone for the rest of the day. Oh, I've got a few I'm going to have, but Sandown is the last one. Too Good. Another one I'm going to take a chance with a wide draw, but I think is very much the top-rated horse in this field and very much capable of getting across and following that speed. Ben Allen on, which I like, running around Sandown Hillside. They're going to have every chance of running on from the back. If she does need to go back, then yeah, I love these all too hard horses. I really do. I think they're great. I think they are better in the wet, but I think he finds this one has run 9 starts for 4 wins and 5 placings on the good rated track. So it's a bit of an anomaly for the breed, but yeah, it does love him. Won a 1,000-metre jump out just recently. Won quite well, actually ran away from the field. Too Good, or despite the wide draw, if it does have to go back, is very, very capable of running on. I like it at $4.20. One of my best of the day.
One of your other cats is in this race. Step aside. It's coming back.
It is a cat.
It's in good form, I think.
Yeah, Ben Mellum. See you later.
Yeah, you know, you've gone off him.
No, not after he's pulled up me 2 best bets 2 weeks in a row. No, thank you.
Well, it is a good race, and you're right about the good form. And I mean, you've gone for one Ben, just Ben Allen, not Ben.
Ben Allen, yeah, the Irishman.
Nothing wrong with that. I think it's a big chance. I myself forgot to send this one through in the chat, but I've had a look, and it's in the Chief De Beers, which is up in Brisbane, in Doomben, and it's race 4. Now, I'm not even sure what number it is, but it's called King Kappa. What number is race 4 in the Chief De Beers? Geez, that was a good horse too, Chief De Beers. Race 4, number 3.
Great horse. King Kappa. Warwick Kappa's other horse.
Well, I tell you what, I didn't know this one was his, but look, I watched this race and I watched the replay of it, and admittedly, it was held up a little bit, and then when it did get going, it sort of savaged the line. I think it's probably drawn to sit just behind the speed, and hopefully CJ Graham can get the way through. So look,
for sure,
it's got some good form in the wet. So it's, whilst it hasn't won on the heavy, it shouldn't find a heavy track. It has
I
won.
don't think so. No.
It's 1,100 meters, and that'll probably suit because it's dropping back to 1,200. But it was only dropping back from 1,200, but it was a really good run. It's been running up against some good horses. Now, this is a stakes race,
Yeah.
if I'm right. Marto, is that right? It is a stakes race.
I believe so.
But, beaten 3.5 lengths behind Libertad. That's good form. I'll keep going here. It beat Wanda Rocks in an open.
Yep.
That's good form. It ran second behind Compelling Truth, which I backed. That's good form. Well, I think it's been racing in the good races. It's $3.10 where it beat another horse by the name of Safe Work at Doomben. That's good form. For me, yes, it is a 6-year-old. Yes, it's had a fair share of starts in it. It's had 32, but it's won 8. And for me, it has also won here 3 out of 7. It's run, it might have said 8 out of 16, but for me, it was a really, really pleasing 8th and enough for me to back this one each way. King Kappa was
King Kappa. Yeah, definite forgive run last start.
it wasn't that bad. Go back
And
to the video. Wasn't that?
no, it's the win before that's kind of impresses and points you towards this horse, isn't it? The win prior. And look, Doomben, we don't have the 450-meter straight that we do have at Eagle Farm. I think we're closer to just under 300. So you do need to be up on speed when they come off that bend, but there's a wide straight. And Doomben is the worst track for photo finishes and having a wall of horses finishing late because they all fan out off that bend, given that wide track, and they all run for the home over their last 300 meters, and they all finish together. I mean, it's a track where you can finish 5th and be half a length off the leader.
Well, there you go. You've got to be careful with that. Now, we've got about 9 minutes left, and last week it was tragic. It was tragic last week what happened to us.
Cut off.
Asking a question, and it just did cut off. Doomben Cup. Tone,
hey,
grab and smash and win because you're going to back something, and then you're going to take all the money away with you in your account. What are you backing in the Doomben Cup, Tony? Are you having a bet on anything there?
Well, if I was going to have a bet, they're all criminals in the criminal state. Up here, don't trust the hoops. You got good hoops. You got criminal hoops on good horses. That's the problem. That's why I've stuck with number 12, Pride of Jenny. It's about $4.40, and I think it's either favourite or second favourite.
Yeah, $3.80 it's come into, Tone. And I do love the fact that you have stuck fat in regards to not having a bet in the criminal state of Queensland. And I also like the fact that you haven't backed a Queensland horse with a Queensland jockey. So you've gone for probably the biggest criminal on the apple.
Oh, dear me.
Craig knew it. Is there a bigger criminal in Tasmania than
Froggy's fine? It's all right. He gets them up.
Marto, tell him.
No, he doesn't. I really like Elias, a Waterhouse Bot horse. Timmy Clark's on again. Loves this trip and loves a soft track. Forget the last start at Gold Coast. It doesn't run well on a heavy track, but the soft track, very, very nice. Sweet run. Six runs, 3 wins, and 2 placings. It's run 7 from 9 at this trip. Very, very good each way bet. Elias, always take a Waterhouse Bot horse second up because they're never quite as fit as they should be when they're first up.
Why have we stayed off the favourite Antino? And
I just can't trust him, mate. I think he got a lot of favours last start. The first one could have just been a trial. The first start could have just been a trial start, but trial run in prep for last start. But I think he might have run his race. I didn't like what I saw in his trials. He wasn't very impressive, and that's why I didn't back him first up. I'm surprised he won second up. Maybe Collins. Maybe
for mine.
Yeah, what do you got, Antino?
No.
Good.
Kovalika.
Militarized. Oh, Kovalika, yes.
Have a look at it. I reckon it's got form behind Antino, but I think Kovalika, this is its pet distance. I think the little bit of given that
as it is with a couple.
I think when this is up and running, this thing, if it gets some favours and it gets a little bit of pace, settles off them, it could be exploding. The way that you say they fan out,
Oh yeah,
big fan of Kovalica if it's Bobs and wins.
What price is it?
I was.
I don't know what price it is. I'll check.
Oh, my bloody laptop's freezing up. I'm just going to say I did have an early futures bet on Faulkner Park after it won in New South Wales, Brenda Belnetium, and she said we're going for the Doomben Cup. But I think I'm going to have to write that off because Faulkner Park wants a dry track, not a soft track.
What sort of price have you got on your futures? Can you bet fair it? Can you lay it?
Yeah, I could lay it off. I mean, I'm getting $15, so it costs nothing to lay off. It's still at $8.50.
Yeah.
But that wet track's a bit of a trouble. But I think I've got the winner myself with Elias.
Nice one. Well, who knows? It is a big day up there, and Tone is coming to the criminal state. Didn't get arrested. Got out on the beers. Got his daughter sorted. You've done everything that you needed to do in a criminal state. This is the thing that I can't understand. You'd hate the jockeys in Brisbane. You reckon it's a criminal state, and you're leaving your lovely daughter there. What are you doing? Should have sent her to a place like Melbourne.
Don't worry, I've got the bodyguards here and the spies keeping an eye on everything.
Oh, there you go.
So it's all
eyes everywhere.
No, well done. Jen, have you got anything around the country? Anything on the sly?
Sort
of watching?
I did, but my laptop's frozen up. I'll have to put it up in the post. There was one I liked in the Gold Coast 2-year-old National Magic Millions tomorrow night on the Gold Coast. Evidently, yeah, Friday night. I'm trying to load it up now. While I'm going there, you know how butt cheeks is one word, unless you're gay, because they like to spread them apart.
Well, he said,
there you go.
I could be. I'll just. I know that we can't bet on the football on us, and I think I shared this last week with you, Marto. For anyone that happened to have gotten on Ladbrokes and backed the Bayside Argonauts,
$1.80.
I got home $1.80. We got home 2-0, and then 2-2, and we won 3-2. Was it a good performance? Well, it was for 45 minutes, but again, I can't bet on it, and I don't. All I do is pass information on in the sense of what the price is and where we are. I don't know if we're going to be able to get a bet on this week, but my reserves, my team, the team I coach, we're 7 from 7 so far. So I've won 7 from 7, and I'm getting a week closer to a loss, and I'm a bit scared, a bit nervous this weekend. So can you give a nervous 57-year-old man some advice, boys?
Have a glass of cement and toughen up.
Get into Bunnings and buy some wood, build a bridge. Get over it.
Here I am getting nervous. Tell me that.
Yeah. You'll be right, Taz. No, it'll be 8 from 8. 8's a very good number, you know. Chinese, they love 8. You know, it's
lucky number 8.
Money, 8 from 8. That's good. Double 8. Get on.
Yeah.
You can't get. We'll get on, I should say.
Well, I can't. I won't, because even though I'm not a massive punter, I just I can't do it. You know what I mean? I don't want to risk integrity, and it's stupid because I get found out because I'm a registered coach with Football Victoria. If they did cross-reference it, but it'd have to be a big bet, wouldn't it? Like if I had $10 at $1.80, which I wouldn't, which is not worth it. Yeah, I mean, how do blokes get caught? This is what gets me. I would never do it. It's not worth it. It's hard enough betting on my own football team, as in Carlton or Ipswich, let alone something like that. How do blokes get caught, you reckon, Marto?
They get greedy. They just get greedy. It really is. Honestly, I just think they get greedy and they just want more and more, and eventually something red flags them somewhere. Back to the Gold Coast, race 3, Friday night, just before the footy starts, 6:30 Friday evening. Number 13 it is in the Gold Coast National 2-year-old Magic Millions. This horse ran a 53-second 900-meter race in the heavy at Hawkesbury. I mean, you've got the best sprinters around running 55 seconds over the 955 meters at Moonee Valley. So 53 seconds for 900 meters is absolutely flying, and especially in the wet.
Is there a market?
Yeah, $13.
Well, very interesting. I'll have a look at
J
it.
Max on 2, and J Max on 2. So that shows intent.
Race 1, number 13, or race 2?
No, race 3, number 13.
I'll write it down. All right, gents, we're about to get off the air. Race 3, number 13 it is at the Gold Coast. Parting words before we go. Boom, boom.
Up the Swans.
Tone?
Money in the bank week. Money in the bank will go free from free on the tips, Kickstarters, and hopefully the same with the best bets.
Good man, good men.
Thank you.
Good evening and good fortune. Thanks.
Happy episode 51.